Hey guys, welcome back again to another tutorial video. My name is Chioma. Today we're gonna be filming a tutorial video on the form I-130. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking in, and also thank you so much if it's the first time you're watching my video. Today we're gonna film another tutorial video on the form I-130. Firstly, we have to check for the expiration date. As you can see, my expiration date is 2021 02/28. The next thing we have to do is we have to type or print in black ink, and it says if you need extra space to complete any section of this petition, use the space provided in Part 9, Additional Information. Complete and submit as many copies of Part 9 as necessary with your petition. So this is just talking about if you need extra space, so you have to use the space provided in Part 9. So with that being said, let's dive into this form. Number 1 says, Part 1, it says relationship. You are the petitioner. Your relative is the beneficiary. So number 1 says, I'm filing this petition for my, so you have to select which of the box below. So is it spouse, parents, brother or sister, or child? So I've already filled this form, so I'm just explaining why you guys listen. So on this form, on number 1, I clicked on spouse. So number 2 says, if you are filing this petition for your child or parents, select the box that describes your relationship. Select only one box. So this form, we are filing for the spouse, so it doesn't apply to us. But if you are filing for like a child, parents, brother or sister, yes, then you click on which one of the box. So number 3 is talking about, say, if the beneficiary is your brother stroke sister, are you related by adoption? So we clicked on no. Number 4 says, did you gain lawful permanent resident status or citizenship through adoption? No. Move on to Part 2. Part 2 says, information about you. That's the petitioner. So number 1 says, alien registration number. That's your A number, if any. So the A number, we put it right there. Number 2 says USCIS, online account number, if any. So they don't have. Number 3 says US Social Security number, if any. So we put it right there. So you have to put your Social Security number in the box below. See, number says, this one says your full name. So your full name of the petitioner. Remember guys, full name of the petitioner. So number 4A says family name. So the family name, the last name is Harris. Number 4B, given name. Given name of the first name is Mary. 4C, middle name is Joy. So we move over to the next paper. Part 2, information about you, petitioner, the continued one. It says other names used, if any. Says provide all other names you have ever used, including Alice's middle name and nicknames. 5A, they say last name. So if you have ever used any middle name, nicknames, or aliases, so you have to indicate, is it you have ever used like a last name, like a nickname, 5B, same thing, first name, 5C, middle name. So indicate which one of them. We move to other information. So other information is still you, the petitioner. Number 6, city, town, village of birth is Port Harcourt. Number 7, country of birth, Nigeria. Number 8, date of birth, the month, the date, and the year. So we click on 08021990. Number 9, you need the sex of the person, is male or female. So it's female. So mailing address of the petitioner, 10A, in care name of Harris Mary. 10B, street number and name is 1820 West Howard Avenue. 10C, apartment, street, floor. So we clicked on apartments, and the apartment number is 1A. So number 10D says city or town is Chicago. 10E, state is Illinois. 10F, zip code is 60626. 10G, they don't have no province. 10H, postal code, they don't have no postal code. 10I, country, is USA. Number 11 says, is your current mailing address the same as your physical address? Yes. But if you answered no to number 11, provide information of your physical address in item 12A to 13B. So we move over to address history. They said provide your physical address for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your current address first if it is different from your mailing address in item number 10A to 10I. So this is the physical address. This is the place the person is staying, the address number 1. So 12A is street number and name. So it's still the same thing on what we feed on in the care name of. So it's still the same address the person is still using, in the last 5 years. So it's still the same address. So the person is using the same address. This is the address number 1. So the address number 2, the person stays here. This is the address number 2 before. So we move over to 14A, street number is 2039 West Devon. 14B, apartment, street, floor, apartment to apartment, we click on 2C. 14C, city or town, Chicago. 14D, state, Illinois, zip code 60659. 14F, province, they don't have no province. 14G, postal code, they don't have no postal code. 14H, country, USA. So 15A says date from month, date, and year. So the date the person moved in here was 07/15/2015. 15B says the date, month, the month, date, and year 04/13/2018. So this is the address the person is living right now. So it's still present. Okay, it's still present, guys. So we move over to your marital information. So this is still you, the petitioner. So they said, how many times have you been married? So we clicked on 1. But if you've been married like 2 times, people divorced and all that stuff, so you just indicates, So number 17 says current marital status. If you're single, married, single, never married, you click on which one. If you are married, if you are divorced, if you are widowed, if you are separated, if you are unwed, so we click on which one. So we clicked on the person is married. So we moved over to the next paper. The next one says Part 2, information about you, petitioner, the continuation. Number 18 says date of current marriage, if currently married. They needed the month, the date, and the year. So the month is 04, the date is 04, the year is 2017. So in here they say place of your current marriage, if married. Number 19A says city or town, Port Harcourt. 19B says state, they don't have no states. 19C province, they don't have no province. 19 the country, they have Nigeria. So if you guys have state, you indicate. If you have province, you still indicate on 19C. So names of all your spouse, if any. Provide information on your current spouse, if currently married, first, and then list all your previous spouse, if any. So here says spouse number 1, 20A says family name, the last name. So the person's the married name of the spouse is Harris. The last name is Harris. The first name of Mary's husband is Kelvin. 20C, the middle name of Mary's husband is Jack. So dates marriage ended. So their marriage hasn't ended yet. They are currently married. So for as of Mary doesn't have no spouse number 2. But if you have like spouse number 2, you indicate your previous spouse, you indicate it on spouse number 2. We move over to information about your parents. So this is for you also, the petitioner. Parents number 1, information. Full name of parents number 1. Last name Okafo. 24B says the first name is Linian. 24C says middle name is Esther. 25 says date of birth. So the month, the date, and the year 01/01/1969. So 26 says the sex, is it male or female? So we clicked on female. So we move over to 27, country of birth, Nigeria, city, town, village of residence, Lagos. 29, country of residency, Nigeria. Parents number 2. So full name of parents number 2. That's also for the petitioner as well. The both parents, the father and the mother. That's what they needed. So 30A is family name. Last name is Okafor. 30B, given name is James, the first name. 30C, the middle name is Vincent. Date of birth, the month is 04, the date is 04, and the year is 1960. So the sex, we clicked on male. 33 says country of birth, Nigeria. 34 says city, town, village of residency, Lagos. 35 says Nigeria. Additional information about you, petitioner, says I am, select only one box. So you are U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident. So we clicked on U.S. citizen. If you are a U.S. citizen, complete item 37. So the person is a U.S. citizen. So they needed, how did you gain your citizenship? Is it by birth in United States or nationalization or parents? So we click on naturalization. 38 says, have you obtained a certificate of nationalization or a certificate of citizenship? So the person clicked yes. So if you answered yes to number 38, complete the following. They needed the certificate number. So the certificate number, you're going to find it on your citizenship paper. So 39B says place of insurance. So it's going to find it too on your paper too, on your citizenship paper. So the person states Chicago, Illinois. Date of insurance too, the month, the date, and the year. So you're still going to find it on your citizenship paper. 03/27/2019. So we move over to the next one. It says part 2. Information about you, petitioner, the continued one. Say if you are a lawful permanent resident, complete item number 40 to 41. So this person is not a lawful permanent resident. This person is a citizen of America. So we don't have to fill this form. But if you are a permanent resident, you have to fill this part. We move over to the employment history. Provide your employment history for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your current employment first. If you are currently unemployed, type or print unemployed in item 42. So this is for the petitioner. So it says 42 says name of employer / company. So the person works at St. Francis Hospital. 43A says street number and name. 355 Ridge Avenue. 43B says apartment, street, or floor. So it doesn't have which one. It's in apartment, they don't have which one. So 43C says city or town. It's Chicago. 43D states the state is Illinois. Sorry, we didn't put it there. The state is Illinois. 43E zip code is 60202. The province is 43F. They don't have no province. 43G is they don't have no postal code. Then 43H, the country is USA. It says your occupation. They say nurse. 45A says date from the person. The month is 07/06/2015. And date 2, so the person is still present on number 45B. So we move over to employer 2. So the person doesn't have no employer 2, but if you have like 2 jobs, you get the employer 2 as well. We move over to part 3. Part 3 is biographic information. Provide biographic information about you, the petitioner. So the ethnicity is it Hispanic or Latino, or not Hispanic or Latino? So we click on not Hispanic or Latino. But if you are Hispanic or Latino, you click on Hispanic or Latino. Hi, my friends, to my Hispanic people, hola. Number 2 says race. So you have to select all applicable boxes. So is it white, Asian, black, or African American, American Indian, or Alkas Native, or Native Hawaiian, or other specific islanders? So we click on black or African American. So number 3 says the height is 5'8". The feet, we don't know. The inches is like I think it's 5. Then the inches should be 0.8. So the weight of the person is 150. The pounds, we don't know. So the number 5 says eye color. So we click on brown. So we move over to the next one. The next one is part 3, biographic information continued. Says number 6 says hair color. You have to select one box. It is blade, brown, sandy, black, gray, white, blonde, red, or unknown. So we click on black. Information about beneficiary. So this is for you, the beneficiary. So the person doesn't have no island registration number. The person doesn't have USCIS online account number. Number 2, the person doesn't have no social security because the person have not been to United States before. So we move over to the beneficiary full name. The beneficiary full name 4A says the family name is, the last name is Harris, that is Mary's husband, is the beneficiary. The 4B says the first name is Kelvin. 4C, middle name is Jack. Other names used if any. So the beneficiary have not used other name. So we move over to other information about beneficiary. Number 6 says the city, town, or village of birth. The village of birth is Amozari, Imo State. Number 7 says country of birth is Nigeria. Number 8, date of birth, month, the date, and the year. So 07/13/1985. So we move over to number 9. Number 9 says the sex. So the sex of Mary's husband is male. So number 10 says, has anyone else ever filed a petition for the beneficiary? So it's no. So it says select unknown only if you did not know, and the beneficiary also does not know if anyone else has ever filed a petition for the beneficiary. So we move over to beneficiary's physical address. It says if the beneficiary lives outside the United States in a home without a street number or name, leave item 11A and 11B blank. So this is the beneficiary address. So the street number is 48 Old GRA. So number 11B says apartment, street, or floor. So we clicked on street. Number 11C says city or town. The city or town is Port Harcourt. Number 11D, they don't have no state. Number 11E, they don't have no zip code. 11F, province, they don't have. 11G, postal code, they don't have. 11H, country, is Nigeria. So we move over to order, address, and contact information. Provide the address in the United States where the beneficiary intends to live if different from item 11A to 11H. If the address is the same, type or print same. So the address is the same. The address is not the same. So we put the address where the person, where Kelvin is gonna be staying. So Kelvin is gonna be staying with the wife in the United States. So this is the Mary's address he is using. So 12A says street number and name. It says 1820 West Howard Avenue. So 12B, apartment, street, or floor. We click apartment 1A. 12C says city or town, Chicago. 12D says state is Illinois. 12E, zip code 60626. Provide the beneficiary address outside the United States if different from item 11A to 11H. If the address is the same, type or print same in item 13A. So we typed same, so it's the same, So we move over to the next one. The next one says information about beneficiary. Still the continuation one. So they needed the mobile telephone number of the beneficiary. You put it there. Email address, if any, you put it there. So on Kelvin doesn't have email address, so we leave it blank. But if you have email address, that's fine. We put the email address there. We move over to beneficiaries marital information. So number 17 says how many times has the beneficiary been married. So the beneficiary been married 1. So if the beneficiary is married like 2, you indicate on your filling this form. Number 18 says current marital status. If it's single, never married, married, divorced, widowed, separated, or annulled. So we clicked on married. Date of current marriage, if currently married, is 04/04/2017. Place of beneficiary current married is 20A says city or town. We clicked on Port Harcourt. 20B, yeah, they don't have no states. 20C, they don't have no province. The country is Nigeria. Names of beneficiary spouse. So this says provide information on the beneficiary current spouse if currently married first, and then list all the beneficiary period spouses if any. So spouse number 1, so 20A, first name, that is last name is Harris. 21B, the first name Mary. 21C, the middle name is Joy. So 22 says date marriage ended, the month, the date, and the year. So they are still currently married. So this one is spouse number 2. You know, if you have like previous spouse, so you first of all list the first current one and list the other spouse too as well. So we move over to the information about beneficiaries family. So it says provide information about the beneficiary's spouse and children. So 25A says the last name. So we start with Kelvin's wife first. So the last name is Harris. The given name is Mary. The 25C say the 25B is the first name is Mary. Then 25C, the middle name is Joy. So they wanted the relationship on 26 is wife. This is date of birth is 08/02/1990. So country of birth, we didn't forget to put that. That's Nigeria. So person number 2, if you have like kids, so you have to indicate the first kid. Person number 3, if you have the second kid, you indicate. So on Kevin doesn't have, they don't have no kids yet, so he only put the wife's information. So when you have kids, person number 2, you start with the first kid. Person number 3, also we start with the first kid. Then we move over to the next one. So the next one is part 4. Still the information about beneficiary, the continued one. So person number 4, if you have your kid to person number 5, they needed that too as well. So we move over to the beneficiary's entry information. 45 says, was the beneficiary ever in United States? Yes or no? So the beneficiary, no. We click no. The beneficiary has never been in United States. They said if the beneficiary is currently in United States, complete item number 46A to number 46D. So if the beneficiary is in United States, you have to complete 46A to 46D. So they needed the passport number on 47, when he doesn't have it as well. So we move over to beneficiary employment information. So they say provide the beneficiary current employment information if applicable, even if they are employed outside the United States. If the beneficiary is currently unemployed, type or print unemployed in item 51. So the beneficiary is employed, so they needed the name of current employer. The name of current employer, he's a banker at UBA. So UBA is the name of the person who employed him, but he's a banker. So number 51B says the street number is 22 New Layout. And number 51C says the apartment, street, floor. So we click on street. Number 51D says city or town. The city or town is Port Harcourt City. So 51E state they don't have. 51F zip code they don't have. 51G they don't have. 51H postal code they don't have. 51I country is Nigeria. Date employment began. So we forgot to put the date employment began. So the month the person began, you have to indicate the date, the year. So on this part, we left it blank because the person doesn't know the date, the month, and the year. But if you know, you have to indicate the date, the month, and the year. So, additional information about beneficiary says, was the beneficiary ever in immigration proceedings? We click on no. Says, if you answered yes, select the type proceedings and provide location and date of proceedings. So we clicked on no, so we have to move on to the next one. So the next one is information about beneficiary. The continued one says, if the beneficiary native written language does not use Roman letters, type or print his name, his or her name and foreign address in their native written language. So this does not apply to the beneficiary, but if it's applying to you, you know, you have like this written language that does not use Roman letter, so you indicate. So we move over to the next one. Says, if filing for your spouse, provide the last address at which you physically live together. If you never live together, type or print never live together in item 59A. So this is the address of Mary and Calvin. They've lived together. So 59A says street number 48 Old GRA. 59B, we click on street. 59C, city or town, Port Harcourt. 59D, they don't have. 59E, zip code, they don't have. 59L, province, they don't have. 59G, postal code, they don't have. 59H, country is Nigeria. Date from the month, the date, and the year. 12/02/2016. 69B, date to month, date, and year. 04/30/2017. The beneficiary is in the United States and will apply for adjustment of status to that of a lawful permanent resident at the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration USCIS office in. So this applies to the beneficiary if the beneficiary is in the United States. So you fill up 68, 68A, 68B, and that's it. So but this part is if the beneficiary United States. So this part you have to fill in where the beneficiary will be attending his interview. So they needed the U.S. consulate. So we put Lagos. 68A. 68B, the province, they don't have. The 68C, the country is Nigeria. Says note over to part 5. Says other information. Have you ever previously filed a petition for this beneficiary or other alien? We click no. They said if you click yes, so you have to fill up this 22A to number 5. So they said if you also submit separate petition for other relative, provide the names of and your relationship to each relative. So Mary didn't fill up for any relative. So if you fill up for any relative, you provide the relationship to each relative. So we move over to the next one. The next one is other information, still the continued one, the relative number 2. So they don't have. We move over to petition, statement, contact information, declaration, and signature. It says read the penalty section of the form I-130 instruction before completing this part. So this is petitioner statement. Says note, select the box for either item number 1A or 1B. If applicable, select the box for item number 2. Says 1A says, I can read and understand English, and I have read and understand every question and instruction on this petition and my answer to every question. Yes, we click on 1A. 1B says, the interpreter name in part 7. Read to me every question and instruction of the petition and my answer to every question in. So this 1B is talking about the interpreter who interpret this form for you. Number 2 is also talking about the preparer. So if somebody prepared this form for you in number 2, you indicate the person's name. So on this one is saying petition contact information. So the petition contact information, that is Mary, because she's the petitioner. She's petitioning for the husband to be here in United States. So they needed the phone number. So the phone number is 773-11111. So the person doesn't have, Mary doesn't have mobile telephone number. Only have daytime telephone number. And Mary doesn't have email address, so if any, So we move over to the petition signature. So you have to put your signature. You being the petitioner, they needed your signature, and don't forget, guys, they also needed the date of signature, the month, the date, and the year. So you indicate that as well. So it says, note to all petitioners, if you did not completely fill out this petition or fail to submit required documents listed in the instruction, USCIS may deny your petition. So you have to fill this form, completely fill out this petition. Because if you did not completely fill out the petition, USCIS may deny your petition. So we move over to the next one. The next one says interpreter contact information, certification, and signature. Same thing what we did over there. If this is for the interpreter, so the person who interpret this form to you, they needed the last name. Number 1B, they needed the first name. Number 2, they needed the interpreter's business or organization name. So you indicate the interpreter's mailing address as well. We move over to the interpreter's contact information. So they needed the interpreter's daytime telephone number. Number 5, it says the mobile number, and number 6 is the interpreter's email address. We move over to the interpreter's certification. So this is for the interpreter's certification as well. So we move over to the interpreter's signature. So don't forget, guys, you have to indicate the signature of the interpreter, the date of the signature, the month, the date, and the year. Part 8 is talking about the contact information, declaration, and signature of the preparer, the person who prepared this form for you, if other than the petition. So you indicate the person's the last name, the given name, business organization, preparer's business or organization name. Preparer's mailing address, you have to indicate that if the person have address. We move over to the next one, says part 8 says contact information, declaration, and signature of the person preparing this petition, if other than the petitioner. So this is the continued one as well. So the preparer's daytime telephone number, preparer's mobile telephone number, if any, and preparer's email address. So they need the preparer's statement. So this is for the preparer too as well. The preparer certification, they needed the preparer signature, the preparer date of signature, the month, the date, and the year. So we move over to the last part, is talking about additional information. So additional information, they said if you need extra space to provide any additional information within this petition, use the space below. If you need more space than what is provided, you may make copies of this page to complete and fill with this petition, or attach a separate sheet of paper, type or print your name and a number, if any, at the top of each sheet. Indicate page number, part number, and item number to which your answer refers, and sign and date each sheet. So this is like additional information. That means if you need extra space, this is where you put your extra things. The space is not enough for you to complete the form. This is where you have to put in everything, to complete your form. So guys, this is how it looks like. Don't forget, guys, you have to type your name and your A number, if any, at the top of each sheet. We have come to the end of this tutorial video. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking in, guys. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Also like, also comment, and also share with your family. Also share with your friends. Thank you so much for everything. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.